Hey team, so today we're going to go over my top 5 tips for recognizing and loving on your team. This is so important to grow your business and to also grow the people that are currently on your team and encourage and draw interest of people wanting to come to your team. So the first tip is in your challenge groups, challenge them to a question of share a picture where you feel most confident or most beautiful, and describe what these groups have done for you or what you love most about these groups. Give them a deadline to when to complete it, and then say there will be like a giveaway. You'll select like a giveaway or something like this, and then start screenshotting everything that comes through. So or like saving the posts and taking pictures, because this is going to be material that with their permission you can share externally and get people understanding and knowing what all is going on in your groups and what all results are people seeing, because that's so important. That people need to know that you can get your own results, and that's great. Like, kudos to you, you got your own results, but people also want to know that you can get them results and that you can get other people results and that it works. So this is all material, and I'm not saying that that's why you're doing it, but this is additional material with their permission that you can use to show and recognize and spotlight these people for the great victories that they're seeing in their lives, and shout it out because it deserves to be. So have them send a favorite picture of themselves, a transformation picture or a non-scale victory, and then do a giveaway to get people involved and more active in your groups anyways. Tip number 2 is have individual check-ins weekly. So not everyone is going to be super active in your groups, and that's okay. That might just not be them. But check in with the people that are still in the group and still looking at the stuff and seeing the stuff, because they're still getting great results. They're still having transformations. They're still seeing things. They're just maybe not as vocal about it. And you'll be able to build that deeper connection with them one-on-one, and you can hear about their struggles, their victories, and really be there for them as a coach, because that's what we're here for. That's, when we sign somebody up, that's when our job starts. That's when we can start loving on them and hearing about their victories and struggles and helping them get that transformation in their life that we promised them. Tip number 3. So share and recognize this on your Instagram. So like I mentioned earlier, people want to see that you can get other people results. So I will typically do like a Sunday night spotlight. I'll typically have a picture of myself, because I want people to know that it's my page. And then when they swipe on my picture, for the second picture, they'll see one of my challengers, and it'll either be a picture of them, and then I run a lot of my accountability groups in Snapchat, so I'll just screenshot it, and then it'll be text of what they love most about this group, or what victory they've had recently that they're just absolutely in love with, and I'll post that on there. And in the description, I'll start pulling and quoting them in my description on my caption. And these pictures have been doing so well for me, because people are expecting them every Sunday night, that I'm going to have a Sunday night spotlight. I'm going to be recognizing somebody, and it's somebody different every single time, because I'm getting multiple people results. This has been huge. You can also do it on your stories, but I like doing it on my posts as well, to have like a permanent place that they are there. Number 4, shout out in the group. And when you have a victory, recognize your own victory. Make it a welcome place for people to share their victories and feel like they're being supported. When someone shares a victory, love on it hard and shout it out in your personal groups. And then that's going to get the whole dynamic of the team to do the same. So that way it's not just always you giving them love. The rest of the team's going to start giving them love. And you're just going to have a huge different dynamic. And people are going to see that energy, and they're going to say, well, maybe I'll push harder in my nutrition this week, or maybe I'll push harder in my workouts, because I want to have a victory and I want to receive that recognition, and I want to be shouted out for what I've been working on, because I can do it too. And so that atmosphere, that dynamic is going to be huge in your groups to keep them active as well too, because sometimes they go quiet. So this helps with keeping your groups active. And then tip number 5, which I think is the most important, give genuine, sincere recognition and shout outs. That there is nothing more that I dislike than an ingenuine compliment or a very generic, broad compliment. This is huge. People are changing their lives. They're changing their mindset, their habits, their bodies, and they are receiving amazing victories. Be genuine, be sincere, and love on them with your whole heart, because there's nothing worse than receiving a compliment when you know there's no base and no root to that compliment. So those are my 5 tips for how to recognize your team, how to love on your team hard, and really boost the connections and the involvement and engagement of your team, and also draw people more to your team and to that energy, because they're going to want to be a part of that. There's just something so special about recognizing these transformations and what we're doing, that it's so important to follow this. So those are my 5 tips. So try it out and let me know what you guys think.